Engagement team member asks you about the what are the steps involved in the risk identification. So as an engagement partner, how will you guide the engagement team? So in this case, first of all, you have to assess the significance of the assessed risk and what is the impact of its occurrence actually here. And further, we have to revise the materiality for a specific account balance. And then you have to also determine the likelihood of the assessed risk which may occur actually here. So what occurrence of the assessed risk and what will be the impact on the audit procedures. Further, you have to also document the assertions that are affected. Say take example, say the transactions are not authorized. There is a possibility that there is an omission in recording of a transaction. So these kind of scenarios may come into picture. So you have to understand that what is the impact of each risk on assertion. Assertion is a representation made by the management on the items of the financial statement. That's the thing here. So it could be implicit or explicit, and auditor will consider assertions to determine the potential misstatements. Further, like say, what are these assertions? And so assertion may comprise of existence, completeness, rights and obligation. That's the thing here. So there are various assertions for each account balance, class of transaction, disclosure and presentation. Then further, you have to identify the degree of the significant risk which requires a special attention and what is the response by the auditor. So what is a significant risk? Significant risk means critical problem. Risk itself is a problem. So critical problem, like say there could be a fraud, okay, there could be some related party transaction. So what is the procedures involved to assess those risks? Inquire about and document the management responses has to be documented. That's the thing actually here. And what is the internal control system in place and whether these internal controls are effective in nature to mitigate the risk. So do you have checks and balances in place? So whether the controls are effective in nature, that is what you look into it actually here. You have to ensure that the controls are routine in nature and it is periodic, such as monthly. It is designed to prevent, detect and correct the errors. What are the manual and what are the automated controls we need to check actually here. So what do you have a manual control? Do you have an automated control? And what is it functioning on a periodical basis? What is the routine? And for example, say bank reconciliation statement preparation. It's a monthly routine. So that is helping you to identify any transactions which are being missed out to be recorded. That way you have to consider. Then further, any unique characteristics of a particular risk, any unique problem, that's the thing here. See, for example, there may be inherent risk involved in a particular class of transaction, account balance and disclosure actually, whether it has to be addressed. Should you decide a procedure to address this particular characteristics of a risk? So further audit procedure, whether it has to be designed, that has to be checked actually here. So these are certain aspects actually. So there may be high chances actually here. Say for example, a source document may be captured incorrectly, so it would have not been captured correct manner. There may be fictitious or unauthorized transaction entered from the source document. The source document are overstated. That's the thing here. Now that's the thing here. So the processing of transaction is inaccurate. That's the thing. There may be some inaccurate adjustments which are being made. That's the thing here. Or whatever source document is there, it is not prepared properly, or it is not captured properly. So all this risk are there, risk are involved. Okay. With this, I'll see you in the next video.